Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. For those of you returning, hello, it's so good to know y'all are here, I guess. And for those of you that are new, hi, my name is Erica. We're going to clean and do a little bit of organizing in my 42-year-old, 43, 44-year, I don't know, my old trailer. Let's see, it's a 1981 Windsor and it's 20, okay, it's 44 years old. Because simple math is not something we do on this channel here. My mind just went kerplunk, y'all. Yeah, it's 2025. Okay, so this is how things go here. If you're not familiar with it, I just kind of spew stuff off while I'm doing my narration. So we're just kind of tidying up the living room. So a couple videos back, I opened up my curtains. I was trying to do like this really neat intro, just flip and pulled that curtain right off the rod, and it was kind of entertaining. But anyway, I don't do anything suave around here, and if I do, I promise you it wasn't on purpose. I can't stand electrical cords. Those are one of the things I notice when I walk into somebody's house, if I can see all their cords. So I'm all about, if you can hide the cords, let's do it. Any contraption that you make to cover it up, I think is fantastic. They made those like foam looking pool noodles, and you put your cords through it, all about it. I will be the one that puts a hole in her wall just to get the cord to go down. It's ridiculous. But then yet I won't mop my floor for a couple weeks. So yeah, explain that to me. Actually, I mean, I don't let it go that long, but I have been known to do things like that. So we are vacuuming and sweeping in my living room, and then I'm going to just use like a spray mop. I like to use a O-cedar mop when I actually do like deep cleaning. That's what I call when I do the floor. But I really normally like to do sweeping and vacuuming when I do my floors. I say that I only do it when I go to mop, but I find myself doing that just all the time. That's one of the few things that I don't like to not do. Like I can half butt a lot of things, but when it comes to like vacuuming and sweeping, like I always do the two together. Now, if I don't do one, I'm not going to do the other because, again, don't know why that works. I do like to run this vacuum over my couch. My dog hops up here from every now and then. He's gotten a lot better. I bought Joe a giant beanbag chair for Christmas, and Joe kind of uses it, but I threw a blanket over it, and my dog loves it. Which he's getting older now, and he can't really hop up. But y'all, he's been wallering on my couch and getting it like all this hair on it and making it stinky, and it's just been terrible. But I've got, you can kind of see it in the corner. There's like that thing right there that I just kicked. I just threw an old quilt over it, and then I just threw it in the washing machine, and it doesn't stink up the chair or anything. So it's been working out well. Harry wasn't moving, so I just mopped and vacuumed around him. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how I make these sugar cookies. They are really, really good. It was 2 tablespoons of butter. I'll try to link it down below. 2 tablespoons of butter. It's a very, very generic recipe. When I say generic, I just mean just incredibly simple and run-of-the-mill. So 2 sticks, not 2 tablespoons, 2 sticks of butter, and you're supposed to leave it out until you can, like you guys saw, you can push your thumb into it. Your thumb shouldn't go all the way through it, but it should go like kind of into it. My biggest issue with cookies has been butter. And getting the texture right. I am by no means a baker, and I do not claim to be, but these cookies have been my biggest success so far, besides the little peanut butter drop cookies. I don't know if they're not peanut butter drop cookies, peanut butter with the Hershey Kiss. What are those called? Anyway, so I've made these a couple times, and they have been amazing. This time turned out to be the best, and I think it's because of the butter, and then because this recipe said it's one of those you don't have to put in the refrigerator. But I put mine back in the refrigerator. I left it in there for maybe about 5 hours, and they turned out perfect. This called for 1 egg and then 1 egg yolk. I left the sound on here. I don't normally do that, but I kind of liked all the little bit of the little bit of cooking noises. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was on purpose. And if you're new here and you're wondering why I don't go back and edit like my narration when I say something goofy or silly, it just seems to be you guys seem to really like it, and I appreciate not having to go over it and make everything perfect, which is not how I do things anyway. I figure I'd rather you guys see me I mean, to me, YouTube isn't necessarily a means to escape. It kind of keeps me on my toes, and I like it that I can just be myself here. So maybe I guess that is an escape. I don't know. And I like y'all to know what you see is what you get. This is me. The only difference that I am in real life is, well, I mean, this is real life, but in like if you actually physically saw me, is that a lot of people think I am either shy or incredibly snobby, and that's not the case at all. Well, I can be snobby, and I can be shy, but I I don't know. I just choose who I talk to in person, and if I feel like I can't be weird around you or be myself, then I get super quiet. I don't do fake very well. I mean, I'm sure I can. It seems like everybody can, but that's just not my cup of tea. So I said all that to say that this channel is not polished. Let's see. I put vanilla. I put all-purpose flour. I think in the past when I was making cookies that I would use bread flour. I love Clabber Girl. I don't know if there's a difference in like baking powder or not. And I honestly just bought this because I loved how the container looked. I don't know if there's a difference in baby powder. That's definitely not baby powder. In baking powder or not. And if you all notice, I don't measure anything either. I've been cooking long enough that I'm comfortable with eyeballing stuff. I also did not mix my dry stuff separate like you're supposed to and slowly add. It didn't seem to make much of a difference here. Like I said, it all turned out well, but I don't know. That seems to be a big deal. And then here's your teaspoon of salt. Again, I really hope I remember to at least link it. It was just, like I said, one of those generic recipes I just pulled off the internet, but it's been a really good one. This mixer is a Faberware. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It came from Walmart. I got it from Christmas like 5 years ago, and I tell you what, it has been through the ringer, and it's still working. I would eventually like to get a KitchenAid, but this one has been fantastic. I have used the heck out of it. So much, in fact, I don't know where my bread hook attachment is, and I broke the wire little whisk thing. So this one's all we've got left. This week has not been rough, but I've been under the weather. I've got some fluid in my ear and some sinus issues, so I was taking quite a bit of cold medicine, and I'm fine. But I tell you what, at home it put things to a halt. Now I did the bare minimum, and my house my kitchen for sure needs cleaned really bad, and so does my bedroom. I was telling Jeremy, I said it's a little disheartening at how quickly my house gets a mess. And again, like cleaning up after myself is not something that has ever come natural. So maybe I guess I am naturally a messy person. I was raised in a clean home. My dad's family was clean. My mother's family was clean. And I always knew that things were supposed to be clean. I just had no idea how they got that way. I guess in my mind, I was that naive. I assumed they stayed that way. Little did I know there were people behind the scenes, like my grandmother's, cleaning up and doing everything. So I just never did it. I think that's one of those things now as adults that we it's just supposed to happen. Like we just know it. It's just so common knowledge that we forget that you have to be, you have to learn how to do it or be taught how to do it. I remember the first time I ever washed walls. I took bleach and a bleach eraser pen, whatever it was, and scraped all the paint off my walls on accident with it because I thought that's what it meant. Had no idea. I didn't even really know what bleach was for at that time. And so anyway, what my point was, it's just, I don't know if it comes natural to all people or if it's taught. What are y'all's thoughts on it? I see some people that obviously they're naturally tidy, and it's their inclination to always clean, and I don't know if that's the right word or not. But I wish I were like that too. I know some people are like, no, it's maddening, but honestly, yes, I wish that it would bother me more sometimes that my house is a mess. It bothers me, but sometimes I'm able to just turn it off. Put onto these cookies, you just bake them, and they're amazing. I pushed the first ones down because it said to, and the second batch I did not. But if you like sugar cookies, I recommend these. What are the difference between sugar cookies and snickerdoodles? I think it's just cinnamon. I'm not sure. Okay, y'all, so I'm not going to be able to show this because it's in the closet. I have to, y'all will see me take this apart though. So Jeremy took this apart and I need to break it down and put it into that closet. But y'all remember it from last week. I'll try to put in a snippet if you haven't seen it. I don't know what I was thinking I could just slide that in there. Like, you literally couldn't get back to the top. So the biggest problem is that flooring. We'll get a little closer. Like, I can't get rid of the flooring. But my clothes were like hanging down right here. So, I really shouldn't have done it right now. I'm hot, I'm irritated. Like, I started painting in the living room and then like it just looks so dirty in there, and the paint, like with the, my mother-in-law always said clean with the windows open so you can really see the dirt. Well, I'm painting with the windows open and I can really see the dirt, and it just, anyway, it just frustrated me. But I'm like, how am I gonna move the bed in here? Like, what am I thinking? Like, I'm just gonna make myself a bigger mess. So I'm taking the floor, what's in here, and I put it back behind Joe's bed because there's all this empty space. And then what wouldn't fit there, we'll go on a little journey. I put underneath my bed because it fits perfectly. So that's where all the flooring's gonna be. The plus about this is it's gonna keep crap from like getting slid under my bed, because that happens a lot, and there's not enough, like, I can't put drawers or anything under there, and it really is just wasted space. So we're gonna put the rest of the flooring under there, and that'll be great. In the meantime, back to the closet. I'm finally working on it. This is leaving. Joe doesn't play with it. All this is leaving. And I'm sorting through this. All these hangers are leaving. This pillow's leaving. Joe doesn't use it. I'm not just getting rid of his stuff. Like, I'm getting rid of stuff. That is leaving. So I'm gonna show you guys progress as I'm going through. I'm gonna work about 10 more minutes in here, and then I have to take a break. Like, again, I'm super irritated. It's one of those days that I'm off, so I have to make it productive, and this mess can't stay like this. This isn't Joe, this is me, so we're nipping it in the butt. Again, stuff isn't coming into the house, but I still need to take stuff out because this is ridiculous. Like, this is not okay. For me, it's not okay. So we're gonna get it done. So last week, yeah, I really thought about it. It really bothered me that when I left Joe's room clean, there was still another mess. And I understand that's progress and that's just part of the process, but I'm glad that it's bothering me, and we're gonna keep going. So hopefully the final part of this will be clean-ish. All right. So I couldn't film actually cleaning the closet out, but I thought I would speed up and show you guys cleaning off the bed from where I put everything on it. I also, when I said open the windows in the living room while I was painting, my windows weren't open. I meant curtains. The curtains were opened, and the sun was shining through. And I'll tell you what, this living room with the windows open, oh my gosh, it gets so flippin' hot. I was like cooking like in a greenhouse. It was ridiculous, but the hot flashes were on that day. It was not fun. Yeah, I was not in a good mood this day. But I got it all done. I was going to try and take shortcuts with carrying that floor. I was like, well, I'll just pile it all up on the wall. And I was like, no, you won't. You'll leave it there and you won't finish putting it up. So I made myself put every one of those boxes of flooring where I had intended. So they're up underneath Joe's bed, not behind his bed, because there's empty space behind the drawers. And then underneath my bed, there's nothing under it at all. So I put the floor under there. And obviously the floor won't stay. It's just we're not getting to the floors yet. So that's over the summer. It should be sooner than later, but it's just not right now. In the meantime, they needed to go somewhere. I don't do well with having stuff sitting around like that. I just tend to pile on and it makes a bigger mess. And I think the flooring would be safer underneath, out of the way, away from me. All right, progress. Started hanging up clothes. Got some hangers over there. I don't know what's with this crappy quality. My camera's pretty good. Okay, like I said, this is gonna go out of here. I guess we're gonna get rid of the hangers because I've got 2 bags of them. I don't need both of them. And then I gotta clear Joe's bed off. Okay, that's progress there, y'all. Okay, you guys, so here's the final. So we don't have mice anymore. That's not a problem, so that needs to come out too. Okay, so, and then there are all of my clothes that are organized. How am I gonna keep this from happening again is one of the questions I asked myself, and why did I not just organize it when I first moved in? To answer the second question first, Jeremy moved in here before I did, and this closet got full with stuff that he was taking over, and then I piled on stuff, so it was just hurried, and that's why. We didn't really have much of an option. My other trailer sold really quick, so stuff had to come over here very quickly. Okay, so that was the excuse for why I got that messy. Why is it not going to happen again? Okay, main thing is, and the main reason, and I've been preaching this, is stuff isn't coming in the house. It is not coming in the house like it did before. I'm really proud of the amount of stuff I have not bought. Compared to what I was doing at this time last year. I was spending money left and right, and it was ridiculous. And because I got it on sale and everything else, and because I was working an office job, I thought I needed all the clothes in the world, and I don't. Because all those up there, and then a whole nother garbage bag full of hangers was full of clothes. Like, I was struggling to find hangers. And I've been able to pare it down to this. And to be honest, I haven't even looked through these clothes in the last couple months. And if I ever do get another office job again, I know now I don't need that many things. And I don't want the debt. Like, I just do not want the debt. So we're good with what we've got. I could probably pare this down a little bit more, but that is not a priority. My next priority is going to be going through these things. These are more comfortable clothes and things that I do have a little bit of sentimental value. Haha, I said doo-doo. Like, I don't wear this shirt, but Joe got it for me. There's another, I do wear that. That was like my favorite skirt. I wear those pants sometimes. Anyway, we don't have to go through all these specific clothings, but like this shirt, I don't wear it anymore. But Jeremy got it for me when we first got together, and I loved it, and I used to wear it all the time, but I don't anymore. I don't remember the last time I wore it. A lot of that stuff up there, those boxes, I'm pretty sure empty. I was just saving them for storage. That's a bag of stuff I don't know what to do with. Like, that's my shawl from my wedding. That's my shawl from my first wedding. So I definitely probably don't need that. It was really beautiful though. My mother made it, put some beadwork and everything else on it. I can probably get rid of that purse. I know I can get rid of that purse. I haven't used it in 4 years. I don't even carry a purse anymore. So just stuff like that. But that is for another day. Another day. I'm not going to overwhelm myself with thinking I have to do it all today. I don't. It did not take a day to get this way, and it's not going to take a day to fix it. So that's okay. The main thing was this, and that is what I did. So we're done with this. I'm gonna move the bed in here now, take it apart and move it in here. Honestly, I probably am only gonna keep that bed for a few months and then trash it, because I don't think we're gonna use the bunk bed again. But because I did pay so much for it, I'm gonna hang on to it for a little bit until I really decide. But space is limited here, so we'll just see. But for now, it's gonna come apart and come in here. And I'm tickled, tickle, tickle, tickle. All right, y'all. So this pile of clothes I thought was gonna be bigger, but it turned out I was like living out of it for the last week, so I ended up just dirtying half of it again anyway. I'm a lot better to let it to at least fold it after like 2 or 3 days, but this honestly sat here for about a week. Like I said, I wasn't feeling that great. I did everything that I needed to outside of the house, and even when I was at home, I made sure we got dinner and the food stuff. But no, as far as cleaning, I honestly I let it go. That's okay because I'll have a great video and I'm feeling better, and we'll get it right back to where it was. It's not going to be piled on. But if you've been here a minute, you know that when you see me folding, that means it's towards the end of the video, and it is the end of the video. So wherever you guys are at, I hope you are having a blessed one. I love you guys so much. You all are amazing. I look forward to seeing you guys on Saturday. We'll have a vlog video. I haven't started it yet, and it's Tuesday, but I'm sure it's going to be amazing and life-changing. And no, neither of those. I'm sure it'll be entertaining, to say the least. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. I love y'all so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.